If you have a very high proportion of travel in your business, you need a travel manager. Hi, my name's Liarne. I'm working for a company called Leading Roles. We specialise in recruitment for local government around Australia. Generally, you'll get a shortlist. When councils are ready, they will go, okay, I want to meet, and they want to see them in person. It's a lot of juggling balls and juggling itineraries. It's really hard. And depending on where they're coming from, if they're coming from Hobart and they're going to get all the way to Northern Territory, it could be 3 stops along the way and then picking up a hire car and driving for 5 hours. When I came to Leading Roles and they said to me, oh, Liam, we're going to get you to take over all the travel bookings. It was just a nightmare, to be honest, because we're dealing with different travellers all the time. Could never find receipts or invoices for this stuff, and everything was booked onto our company credit card. So trying to reconcile the credit card statement was an absolute nightmare. After doing this for a few months, I remember saying, I'm actually getting no other work done. All I'm doing is travel. And I said, this is ridiculous. That's when I went out to a few companies, so corporate travel being one of them. Then I did a bit of an analysis of each of them and put a little report together. Corporate traveller came out on top, and I'm so happy. It has just made my life so much easier. For a small business, you need to look at, okay, what are the charges that a corporate travel manager is going to charge me to manage our travel? And then have a look at your time and work out what your charge out rate is and just see how that balances out. And I can tell you, I did all that for putting my proposal to out my bosses, and it was cheaper than my time. Going to one portal and being able to select the flights, car hire and accommodation all in one hit. I know you can do that on some platforms, right? It's just a no-brainer when it comes to going into the corporate traveller one, because it's so easy. Having that dedicated travel consultant is so amazing. If there is anything that I can't finalise in that portal myself, there's that option to put a note in where I can say, look, I can't get the accommodation I want, but can you just check if we can get them into XYZ? And as soon as I hit book, it goes to my travel manager. She'll see my note and she'll work it out. And I don't have to worry about it, which leaves me free to go on doing the other things that I need to do. I don't know, obviously, all the routes from somewhere to somewhere else and what would be the best stopover place and what's going to be reduce the amount of travel time. So having that is awesome. It's also like having a 24-hour assistant for our travellers. If they're flying after hours or on weekends, I don't work. So if they're having trouble with their travel, they don't have to think, oh my God, Leon's not at work. What do I do? There's the 24-hour number that they can call after hours and get help straight away. And it means, especially for like our candidates and contractors, they don't pay for anything when they travel. When we didn't have a travel manager, if they wanted to change their flight, well, they'd go, yeah, sure, we can change a flight, but that'll be $100 or that'll be $300, right? So then what happens is it becomes really messy for us in the background as well in terms of charges and invoices and receipts like we were talking about earlier, because they're going to pay for it themselves, but then they're going to come and claim it from us. This way, they don't have to worry about any of that. They can just ring and they know that it's all going to be changed and dealt with without having to put their hand in their pocket. The consolidated invoicing is just amazing. I'm able to get it and file it with that particular job, so I know where it is and when we've got to uncharge it, etc. And then every month we get that statement from Corporate Traveller that we're able to correlate, cross-check that we've got all those invoices. And if we haven't, it's so easy to go, oh, we haven't got that invoice, we must have missed it somewhere in the system, and we can reach out. It has relieved the headache in the organisation. I just appreciate it so much. It saves me so much time. It's just incredible.